Yes.
So today we will continue the second part of the Murli which we read yesterday. So as we all know that yesterday Baba had mentioned that what is the importance of the determined thought of being stable and having the value of solitude. So after that Murli, Baba met the parties. So there are two groups which Baba met, and actually we don't have English translation, the English Murli of that meeting. So I will be reading out the Hindi one, and then for churning, probably we can do that in English. So I'll be sharing my screen. So there are two groups which Baba met. The first one, Baba mentioned about Mayajit and Prakrijit, Shaktiyon ki Nishani, followed by the second one where Baba asks about complaints which children make and what is Baba's response to those complaints. So let us start reading. This is the Murli of 1st October 75. पर्सनल मुलाकात. मायाजीत और प्रकृति जीत शक्तियों की निशानी. बेहोश आत्माओं को सुरक्षित बनाने वाले, माया और प्रकृति पर जीत प्राप्त कराने वाले, आसुरी वृत्ति का संहार कराने वाले शिव बाबा बोले. So earlier when in the initial 10-20 years, again this small summary, just like we have Meethe Bache daily as the essence. So even while writing or compiling the Avyakt Murlis, the essence was mentioned at the beginning and then they mentioned Shiv Baba Bole. So these are the actual Mahavakya after this. Shaktiya apne Shakti Swarup sada शस्त्रधारी, सदा निर्भय, सर्व आसुरी संस्कारों का संहार करने वाली तथा प्रकृति और मायाजीत बनने वाली ऐसे अपने स्वभाव में सदा स्थित रहती हो. So when Baba speaks about Shiv Shakti, he is asking us that are we all always with the weapons, always brave, and are we able to do the sanghar on the Asuri sanskars and Prakriti Jit and Maya Jit. So there are lots of checking points which Baba has mentioned. Of this, Baba elaborates 2 points. शक्तिया के यादगार चित्र में माया जीत की निशानी है शस्त्र और लाइट का क्राउन, और प्रकृति जीत की निशानी है शेर की सवारी. So the two things, Maya Jit and Prakriti Jit, Baba wants to elaborate. So when it comes to Maya Jit, it is Shastra or light ka crown. So crown has been shown and the weapons has been shown. And for the Prakriti Jit, Sher ki Savari. So Sher ki Savari doesn't mean that we have actually gained a victory on a lion or we have killed a lion. No, but that is a resemblance. That is a symbolic group. यह पशु पक्षी आदि प्रकृति की निशानी है. So that is a resemblance. Okay, this statement is very important, especially for those who are also doing additional research. I was part of that earlier. I'll just repeat this statement. यह पशु पक्षी आदि प्रकृति की निशानी है. So some of people have a feeling that even the animals have souls, or they are also living beings. So here again Baba has categorized them as a part of nature. So I'll not elaborate over here, but this is one statement which is in reference to that additional proof. प्रकृति के तत्व भी शक्ति स्वरूप को भयभीत नहीं कर सकते. प्रकृति पर भी सवारी अर्थात अधिकार. प्रकृति भी आप उनकी दासी बन गई, अर्थात उनका सत्कार कर रही है. ऐसे सदा विजयी हो सदा सुजाग की निशानी तिलक गाया हुआ है। जो सदा बाप के साथ है वह सदा विजय का तिलक अपने माथे पर लगाता रहेगा। स्मृति में रहना अर्थात तिलक लगाना। सदा यह स्मृति रहे कि मैं कल्प कल्प की विजयी हूं। अभी की नहीं, बट कल्प कल्प की विजय। पहले बेहोश थे। बेहोश अर्थात जिसको अपना होश नहीं। मैं हूं कौन यह भी पता नहीं, तो बेहोश हुआ ना। अब तो सुरजित हो। सुरजित कभी बाप को भूल नहीं सकते। यही सदा याद रखो कि मैं हूं ही सदा विजय। I am always victorious. So again, if you connect this with the yesterday's Murli, yesterday Baba mentioned that we have a tendency of postponing things, that I will become perfect number wise. It will take time. But again, Baba is extending this in the parties meeting as well, that मैं हूँ ही सदा विजय. It is not that I become behosh and I become murchit and then Baya has to do me surchit. I have to come out of that. No, मैं हूँ ही सदा विजय. And if you remember again, Baba mentioned in yesterday's Murli that there are some images in bhakti which resembles our victorious form. So yesterday we discussed about that arrow thing. Wherever we wanted, the Ganges would come out. But here Baba has mentioned about the lioness, the Shakti riding over that. So that is again a resemblance of victory over nature, Prakriti Jit. Baba meets the second group. Complain समाप्त कर complete बनने की प्रेरणा. Now, here Baba has very nicely elaborated what kind of sweet complaints. Yesterday Baba mentioned this word sweet complaints. He was observing for some children. So Baba has very nicely elaborated this. This is a very big section, so I will be reading it little fast. But it's very interesting dialogue which Baba has told what we children do and how Baba interprets those things. So very nice conversation Baba has mentioned here. अतीन्द्रिय सुख के झूले में झुलाने वाले, सर्व संबंधों का अलौकिक अनुभव देने वाले, सर्व आत्माओं के हितकारी शिव बाबा वत्सों के प्रति बोले। बाप समान निराकारी, देह की स्मृति से न्यारे, आत्मिक स्वरूप में स्थित होते हुए साक्षी होकर अपना और सर्व आत्माओं का पाठ देखने का अभ्यास मजबूत होता जाता है। Very big question. Let us read it again, part by part. बाप समान निराकारी is asking us to check whether we are able to have this stage or we are able to do the practice of this stage. So what are the stages he is mentioning? बाप समान निराकारी, देह की स्मृति से न्यारे, आत्मिक स्वरूप में स्थित होते हुए साक्षी होकर अपना और सर्व आत्माओं का पाठ देखने का अभ्यास मजबूत होता जाता है। So if you, before even reading ahead, if you just compare this with the title, if you're able to achieve these sthitis or if you're able to practice this, probably we might not have any complaints. So he's referring to निराकारी, देह की स्मृति से न्यारे, आत्मिक स्मृति एंड साक्षी होके। सो साक्षी होकर अपना और सर्वात्मा का पाठ देखना। सदा साक्षीपन की स्टेज स्मृति में रहती है। जब तक साक्षी स्वरूप की स्मृति सदा नहीं रहती तो बाप दादा को अपना साथी भी नहीं बना सकते। साक्षी अवस्था का अनुभव बाप के साथीपन का अनुभव कराता है। This is interesting statement. Maybe later on someone would like to elaborate. How come साक्षीपन का अनुभव साथीपन का अनुभव कराता है? It's interesting point to think on. साक्षी अवस्था का अनुभव बाप के साथीपन का अनुभव कराता है. अपने को खुदा दोस्त समझते हो ना, अर्थात अपने मन का मीत बाप दादा को बनाया है, दिल वाला बाप को ही बनाया है, एक दिल वाला बाप के सिवाय और किसी से भी दिल की लेन देन करने का संकल्प मात्र भी नहीं है. ऐसा अनुभव होता है, करते हो? एक दिल वाला बाप के सिवाय और किसी से भी दिल की लेन देन करने का संकल्प मात्र भी नहीं है. Forget about doing the लेन देन of the hearts, exchanging the thoughts, but not even in the thought, संकल्प मात्र भी नहीं है. ऐसा अनुभव करते हो. अगर एक बाप के साथ सर्व संबंधों के सुख, सर्व संबंधों के प्रति प्रीति की प्राप्ति अनुभव करते हो, तो और कहीं भी किसी संबंध में बुद्धि जा नहीं सकती. हर श्वास, हर संकल्प में सदा बाप के सर्व संबंधों में बुद्धि मग्न रहनी चाहिए. कई बच्चों की कंप्लेंट है कि व्यर्थ संकल्प बहुत आते हैं, बुद्धि बाप की तरफ लगती नहीं है. न चाहते हुए भी कभी न कभी बुद्धि का लगाव चला जाता है. वह स्थूल प्रकृति की जिम्मेवारी बुद्धि योग को एकाग्र बनने नहीं देती. What are the complaints? Let us read again. So, first Baba is telling that कई बच्चों की कंप्लेंट रहती है, व्यर्थ संकल्प बहुत आते हैं. देन बुद्धि बाप की तरफ लगती नहीं है. एंड थर्ड वन, न चाहते हुए भी कहीं ना कहीं बुद्धि का लगाव चला जाता है. वह स्थूल प्रवृत्ति की जिम्मेवारी बुद्धियों को एकाग्र बनाने नहीं देती. Yesterday we had some discussion that people go out in the forest and then they do what they call as meditation or connecting with Baba. So the same reason here has given that pravritti में होने के कारण we are not able to बुद्धि के एकाग्र नहीं कर सकते. पुरानी दुनिया का संपर्क व वातावरण वृत्ति को चंचल बना देता है. जितना तीव्र पुरुषार्थ करना चाहते हैं उतना कर नहीं पाते, हाई जंप दे नहीं पाते. सारे दिन में इसी प्रकार की कंप्लेंट्स बाप दादा के पास बहुत आती है. So if we are having any of these, probably next paragraph is for us. मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान कहलाते हुए भी अपने ही स्वभाव संस्कार से मजबूर हो जाते हैं, तो बाप दादा को भी ऐसे बातें सुनते हुए मीठी हंसी भी आती है और रहम भी आता है. मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान कहलाते हुए भी अपने ही स्वभाव संस्कार के से मजबूर हो जाते हो. So बाप दादा is smiling and is also having compassion on us. जब अपने स्वभाव संस्कार को मिटा नहीं सकते हो, तो सारे विश्व से तमोप्रधान आसुरी संस्कार मिटाने वाले कैसे बनेंगे? जो अपने ही संस्कारों के वश हो जाए, वह सर्ववशीभूत हुई आत्माओं को मुक्त कैसे कर सकेंगे? अपने संस्कारों जिससे स्वयं ही परेशान है, वह औरों की परेशानी कैसे मिटाएंगे? ऐसे संस्कारों से मुक्त पाने की सरल युक्ति कौन सी है? कर्म में आने से पहले संस्कार संकल्प में आते हैं। यह कर दूंगा, ऐसा होना चाहिए। यह क्या समझते हैं? मैं भी सब करना जानता हूं। इस रूप के संकल्प में संस्कार उत्पन्न होते हैं। Very important. So what Baba is telling now, first Baba gave us the list of all the complaints we do. Then Baba is asking us that you are Master Almighty. So how can you complain? Is it really wise to complain, or are we still the slaves of our own sanskars? And then after that, Baba is telling us that while doing कर्म आने से पहले, before doing any action, संस्कार संकल्प में आता है. So this is a very important point. Before doing action, if we have this thought, यह कर दूंगा, ऐसा होना चाहिए, यह क्या समझते हैं, मैं भी सब करना जानता हूँ, इस रूप के संकल्पों में संस्कार उत्पन्न होते हैं. जब जानते हो कि इस समय संस्कार संकल्प रूप में अपना रूप दिखा रहे हैं, तो सदैव यह आदत डालो व अभ्यास करो कि हर संकल्प को पहले चेक करना है कि क्या यह संकल्प बाप समान है. So he is asking us to check even before thinking to do any action. That is this thought like father. He has been given a very nice example in the next paragraph. जैसे कई बड़े आदमी होते हैं, वे जो कुछ भी स्वीकार करते हैं तो पहले उस चीज की चेकिंग होती है. जैसे प्रेसिडेंट है या कोई भी विशेष व्यक्ति या बड़े बड़े राजा होते हैं, तो उनका हर भोजन पहले चेक होता है, फिर वे स्वीकार करते हैं. उन्हें कोई भी वस्तु देंगे तो पहले उनकी चेकिंग होती है कि कहीं उसमें कुछ अशुद्धि या मिक्स तो नहीं है. वह बड़े आदमी आपको आगे क्या है, वह बड़े आदमी आपके आगे क्या है. उनके राज्य में ये बड़े आदमी पाव भी नहीं रख सकते. आपके राज्य में यह बड़े आदमी पाव भी नहीं रख सकते. अब भी उनके पाव पड़ने वाले हैं. जब राजाओं के भी राजा बनते हो और सृष्टि के बीच श्रेष्ठ आत्मा कहलाते हो, तो आप विशेष आत्माओं का यह संकल्प रूपी बुद्धि का जो भोजन है, उसके लिए भी चेकिंग होनी चाहिए. So even the big people, the food is being first checked and then it is given to them for security reasons. So Baba is telling that these so-called big people, maybe even if that is prime minister or president or any other post, they might not even have their legs into our kingdom. So we are more bigger than them. So isn't it that we should be doing more checking? That is why Baba is telling, जब राजाओं के भी राजा बनते हैं और सृष्टि के बीच श्रेष्ठ आत्मा कहलाते हो, तो आप विशेष आत्माओं का यह संकल्प रूपी बुद्धि का जो भोजन है, बिकॉज थॉट्स आर द फूड ऑफ द इंटेलेक्ट, उसके लिए भी चेकिंग होनी चाहिए. जब बिना चेकिंग के स्वीकार करते हो, इसलिए धोखा खाते हो. तो हर संकल्प को पहले चेक करो, जैसे सोने को यंत्र द्वारा चेक करते हैं कि सच्चा है या मिक्स है. So another example Baba is giving that the gold purity, even now we can check in the machines that how much percentage the gold is pure, how much carat the gold is there, real है अथवा rolled gold है. ऐसे ही यह चेक करो कि संकल्प बाप दादा समान है या नहीं है. इस आधार से चेक करो, फिर वाणी और कर्म में लाओ। आधार को भूल जाते हो तब संस्कार शूद्रपने के और विष के मिक्स हो जाते हैं। जैसे भोजन में विष मिक्स हो जाए तो वह मूर्छित कर देता है, ऐसे ही संकल्प रूपी आहार व भोजन में पुराने शूद्रपन का विष मिक्स हो जाता है तो बाप की स्मृति और समर्थी स्वरूप से मूर्छित हो जाते हो। तो अपने को विशेष आत्माएं समझते हुए अपने आप का स्वयं ही चेकर बनो। समझा? विशेष आत्मा की अपनी शान में रहो तो परेशान नहीं होंगे। पीठ विशेष आत्मा की अपनी शान में रहो तो परेशान नहीं होंगे। अच्छा, यह हुई संस्कारों को मिटाने की युक्ति। अगर इस कार्य में सदा बिजी रहेंगे व सदा होली हंस स्वरूप में स्थित होंगे तो अशुद्ध व तो शुद्ध व अशुद्ध, शूद्रपन और ब्राह्मणपन को सहज ही चेक कर सकेंगे और बुद्धि इसी कार्य में बिजी होने के कारण व्यर्थ संकल्पों की कंप्लेंट से फ्री हो जाएंगे। नाउ सेकेंड एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दिस मीटिंग। दूसरी बात, सारा दिन बाप के सर्व संबंधों का हर समय प्रमाण सुख नहीं ले पाते हो। जो गोपियां और पांडवों के चरित्र गाए हुए हैं, बाप से सर्व संबंधों का सुख लेना और मग्न रहना अथवा सर्व संबंधों के लव में लवलीन रहना, यह अनुभव अभी किया नहीं है। बाप और शिक्षक इन विशेष संबंधों का सुख अनुभव करते हो, लेकिन सर्व संबंधों के सुखों के प्राप्ति का अनुभव कम करते हो। इसलिए जिन संबंधों के सुखों का अनुभव नहीं किया है, उन संबंधों में बुद्धि का लगाव जाता है और यह आत्मा का लगाव वह बुद्धि की लगन विघ्न रूप में बन जाती है। So Baba is asking us to experience all relationship with Baba. If that is lacking, then probably we face issues. तो सारे दिन में भिन्न भिन्न संबंधों का अनुभव करो। अगर इस समय बाप से सर्व संबंधों का सुख नहीं लिया तो सर्व सुखों की प्राप्ति में सर्व संबंधों की रसना लेने में कमी रह जाएगी। अभी अगर यह सुख नहीं लिया तो कब लेंगे? आत्माओं से सर्व संबंध तो सारा कल्प अनुभव करेंगे, लेकिन बाप से सर्व संबंधों का अनुभव अभी नहीं किया तो कभी भी नहीं करेंगे। तो इन सर्व संबंधों से सुखों में सारा दिन रात अपने को बिजी रखो। इन सुखों में निरंतर रहने से और सर्व संबंध असार और नीरस अनुभव होंगे। इसलिए बुद्धि एक ठिकाने पर स्थित हो भटकना बंद हो जाएगी और आप इन सुखों के झूलों में सदा झूलते रहेंगे। ऐसे स्थिति बनाने से तीव्र पुरुषार्थी स्वतः ही सहज बन जाएंगे। सर्व कंप्लेंट समाप्त हो कंप्लीट बन जाएंगे। समझा? अपने कंप्लेंट्स का रिस्पॉन्स। So Baba is telling us how सर्व संबंधों से आप इन सुखों के झूले में सदा झूलते रहेंगे एंड आप द स्थिति विल आल्सो बिकम ऑफ तीव्र पुरुषार्थी। ऐसे सदा अति इंद्रिय सुखों के झूले में झूलने वाले, सदा बाप के साथ सर्व संबंध निभाने वाले, सदा स्वयं को साक्षी और बाप को साथी समझने वाले, ऐसे खुदा दोस्त, सदाई खुदाई की मददगार में रहने वाले, ऐसे बाप समान बच्चों को बाप दादा का याद प्यार और नमस्ते। सुनने में खुश होते हो, लेकिन निभाने में वही मजबूर हो जाते हैं। जब सुनने में इतनी खुशी होती है, तो स्वरूप बनने में कितनी खुशी होंगी। इस समय सभी हर्षित मुख हो, ऐसे ही सदा हर्षित मुख रहो, तो स्वयं का भी समय बचाएंगे और निमित्त बनी हुई आत्माओं का भी समय बचा लेंगे। अभी तक गिरने और चढ़ने में स्वयं को संभालने में व बुद्धि का ठिकाना लगाने में 25% समय जो इसमें जाता है, तो यह समय बच जाएगा और वह कमाई में जमा हो जाएगा। अब बचत करना सीखो। समझा? ओम शांति। So there are some summary points which they mention in Hindi Murli. Let me just quickly read them in case they can be useful for us. इस मुरली का सार: अगर एक बाप के साथ सर्व संबंधों के सुख व प्रीति की प्राप्ति का अनुभव करते हो, तो और कहीं भी किसी संबंध में बुद्धि नहीं जा सकती। सेकंड पॉइंट: अपने को विशेष आत्मा समझते हुए अपने आप का ही स्वयं चेकर बनो। सदैव यह आदत डालो व अभ्यास करो कि हर संकल्प को पहले चेक करना है कि यह संकल्प बाप समान है। एक दिल वाला बाप के सिवाय और किसी से भी दिल की लेन देन करने का संकल्प तो नहीं है। तीसरा, साक्षी अवस्था का अनुभव बाप के समीपता का अनुभव कराता है। फोर्थ, विशेष आत्मा की अपनी शान में रहो तो परेशान नहीं होंगे। ओम शांति। So let us pause for a minute and let's reflect. What is all Baba gave me the jewels, and which jewels attracted me the most? Let's think on that for a couple of minutes and then we'll start sharing. Om Shanti. So before we start the sharing, just would like to announce, as we did yesterday as well, that tomorrow being a buffer day, that is Sunday, we have special class every first Sunday of the month. So we will be having very senior sister Sangeeta joining us from Canada. and she will be speaking on gift of spiritual lift. So she'll be exploring us on this topic. So yeah, let's start discussing on today's Murli now. Yes, Balwant.
Om Shanti, Baiji, and Divine Family. I love this point when Baba has given a beautiful example. Before you serve food to VIP, food has been investigated, checked very carefully, right? So, in comparison to this example, Baba has given us a very, very important title, big title to all of us. So, we can see how important we are. Sometimes we do not see ourselves as Baba has been seeing us. So, relating to this example, I will be very, very careful before I uh, think about thought before processing, because if I don't check if thought is negative, if it's weak, if it's waste, if I do not check carefully, so once it has gone through processing, it will definitely come into my action and words. So I will be careful, I will pay special attention. So especially in Hindi, I have seen Baba has given rhyming words, beautiful example, which are not mostly available in English, or is easy to notice and easy to memorize as a memory book. So thank you, Om Shanti Devi. Thank you.
Yes. So checking the thought before doing any action, mm, we often miss that step. So, it is a good idea that before doing any task, let us pause and we can talk to ourselves that while doing this task, I will be thinking so and so, so and so. I'm telling Baba that Baba, throughout this, I would just want to focus on these two, three thoughts. That two, three thoughts need not be just related to Baba, but it could be also related to that specific task or some good experience, any good song which we can hum inside our mind, anything. So if we see to ourselves before doing that, what happens is that we miss out saving sometimes. So then our mind gets a free will to think whatever we want, and the thoughts creep in. But as we say, even in the meditation, if we try to tame our mind, if we try to tell it that you have to do so and so, of course, initially it might not, but gradually as we make that as a practice, make that as a habit, so it will go into our subconscious mind, and then the thing which is called as sankalp se siddhi, that will happen. So वो व्यर्थ के पास जाएगा ही नहीं, which Baba was mentioning, that we often complain that we end up thinking the व्यर्थ. The only thing needed is tremendous practice. This thing doesn't come very naturally. And what happens if we are not able to gain that checking and change, we eventually give up on that. But if we rigorously do that for 21 days, for any specific action, maybe any task you take that for that matter, and daily you remind ourselves that during this thing I'll just think of so and so and so. So probably that can help us, a step ahead in checking our thoughts. Shanti. Yes, Girjaben. So for that only I was mentioning this Sakshi approach, but maybe you can add on to that as well. If, what you practice for
Shanti,
that?
brother.
Yeah.
Shanti. It's such a loaded Murli, I tell you. And the thing is, I'm so used to क्या बोलते हैं उसको, the English part, because always I'm used to that and all, no, that generally used to touch the intellect. I love the Hindi word, the word Sakshi Sati. But if I want to really churn and really go deep into it, I don't know why. Maybe it's just a support system which I'm seeking, the English or something. But I love to really do it. Okay, there were two main points which really hit me in the movie, in the Murli. One you said about Sakshi Bhav, and I don't remember what Murli, which this, these two words always hit me. Sakshi Bhav, Yatarth Sakshi Bhav, and then Paribhasha. So I remember in that thing as if Baba is trying to really go in deeply to that Sakshi Bhav. And I very vaguely remember Baba is saying, I'm sitting in front of a movie. What a lovely movie. I can see the hero, heroine, everything and all, what all is happening. In that picture, maybe that character is going through all that. But I enjoy it with a popcorn in my hand, and I enjoy it nicely, either with a smile or something. And I'm not affected to what is happening on the thing. What a beautiful thing. And at the end of the day, I say, oh, it's such a nice drama. I liked it. Because, the word which Baba used to remember, lipt hona. I couldn't get anything of it. We don't get thing in that particular scene and all, because मैंने क्या लिखा है क्या वो somebody else is acting, somebody else is on the screen, somebody else is doing. For me, it's just a time pass to watch. So that is what Baba was saying was the paribhasha of thing. But then Baba takes us, suppose I come down to my family. I get bullshot, I get hit by thing. I for nothing what I did, somebody is doing something and all. Then Baba sings Sakshi. So I said, how can that be? I am part of this. How can I be looked in this kind of atmosphere when really what I saw on picture, a particular scene comes in my practical life at all. So that is what that time, two words, you said Sakshi and Sati. What I remember is that, so just take that whole picture, what is happening in your life, put it in a frame and just watch it. So that what Baba says is detach. That don't think ye mere samne ho raha, isko bhi aisa picture jaisa dekho. Then maybe I agree with it, but that moment, I cannot look it like a picture because action is going on. मुझे मार रहा है, मुझे slur कर रहा है. So I learned slowly to look at it later. I ran that picture, what had happened to me in my mind. But at that moment, what Baba says, if you cannot detach, attach. That is Sati. Just go and say, Baba, come here, hold my hand. That movie I could watch because I know, oh, mere samne nahi chal raha tha. But now this is happening right in front of these physical lives for me. So attach. So that means what? Just hold him and say, please come and stand here. Whatever garbage that fellow is speaking or that behavior, you take it. So that is what I remember for that Sakshi and Sati. Then there will be no questions. There will be no surprise. I think what I'm talking may be dramatic.
Okay, sister. Yes.
But that is what, somehow I don't know how to put it. This is what I learned in Sakshi and Sati.
Anyone else would like to add any point which we took from today? Yes, Vinod.
Yeah, Vinod bhai, please
About the
continue.
Sakshi, kya hum bhai ji? Yes.
You go ahead, Vinod bhai. I'll share later after you.
Sure. About the Sakshi and Sati sthiti, I happened to read an article by Clark that was talking about a phenomenon called the break-off phenomenon, which is seen in a few pilots. That says that when the pilots are flying fast jet at a very high altitude, 40,000 feet, 50,000 feet, and it's a monotonous flying. There's no much of traffic involved in the air. There's no much of mental task to be done. They experience some kind of out of body experience, which is similar to our angelic stage. And the majority of the pilots have reported that they have experienced bliss, they have experienced real joy of flying in it. I think what Rajyoga meditation also does is to take us to that stage which gives us real experience of bliss. The Baba says you are all master happiness. Your your souls are master blissful. That is probably closer to being Sati. Because when we are all friends, we experience that closeness and bonding. Similar to what Baba's real state, original state is, we also experience similar state. And maybe that is what Baba might be relating to being Sati as well. Sakshi and Sati. I also second wise, I really like this word behosh. Baba put it in a nice way. When we are not self-aware, we are behosh. तो the होश में रहना यानी मानना जानना who am I. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Wonderful. Yes, Sanjay.
Today Baba talked about सिंह के आसन पर जो देवी बैठती है उसके बारे में बताया कि सिंह आसन का मतलब क्या होता है. Basically, what I have understood by that we seen that Durga is always on that Singhasan. That means when we talk about Durga, who is Durga? There is a very good word in Sanskrit, Durga, Durgarti, Shamani. A person who can diagnose what is the Durguna in him and who can nullify, who can kill, who can wipe all those negativities, all those devils by the use of the weapon of knowledge. Durga, Durgarti, Shamani. So that if we can do the same, that means then only we will have adhikar, we will have control on nature, what Baba talks about. तभी हम कहते हैं कि when we will go in Satyuga, we will have the Singhasan. Singhasan means again that what is interrelated there also. Singhasan, हम ऐसा नहीं कहते मयूरासन, ऐसा नहीं कहते. We talk about that हम वहाँ Satyuga में जाएंगे, we will have that Singhasan. That so that we can also have to attain that state of Durga. What Baba wants us to explain by those lines, that you have, unless and until you have complete adhikar on Prakriti, that is lion. And again, Baba talks about behosh. See, meditation, what we know is awareness, alertness, and mindfulness. That is meditation. That means whatever we are doing, generally what we think sometimes, okay, we are sitting quiet and we are doing journey, doing journey within, that is meditation. But actually, if we are doing journey within and we are not aware, we are not alert, we are not mindfulness, we are lost, that is not meditation. Sometimes somebody complains that I was doing meditation or sabji jal gaya. That is not Rajyoga meditation. Awareness, atfulness and mindfulness. That देहभान मतलब body conscious में है तो बेहोश है, और जब body conscious होकर ऐसा करते हैं तो that is not meditation basically. And then Baba talks about Sakshipan and Sachipan. It's very interesting. What happens? Baba ही संसार है. That feeling, that ये जो experience करते हैं बाबा ही संसार है, हम एक अलग संसार में हैं. इस संसार से अलग मेरा एक अलग संसार है. I have got a different world than this monotonous, this negative world. I am in the world with my Baba and he is my everything. एक बाबा दूसरा ना कोई. And in that, from that world, I am watching this world. That is basically Sakshipan starts from Sathipan. From Sakshipan comes, and from Sathipan comes. Both are complementary to each other, what I feel. और बाबा ने कहा है कि जैसा हम बाबा compares our sankalp, what we intake, that is Baba कहते हैं, it's also a food. That is also a food. Just like when VVIPs intake food, they check it. So we should also go for introspection. That whatever we are intaking, whether it is a good or bad. So Baba talks about that. And he tells that always be in the Swaman of Holy Hans. And
Yes.
what I that if
Yes, brother.
Baba, मेरा बाबा से ही संसार है, मेरा बाबा से ही संसार है, मेरा बाबा में ही संसार है, तब ही बाबा ही संसार है. ओम शांति.
Wonderful. So last point, Om Bhai, anything you would like to add?
Yeah, I think everything is already covered in the beautiful churnings. I was assimilating about this thought check, the seed thought to be checked prior its radiation. Is first is that pause, go to the seed stage and check the quality of the thought. It's a kind of a quality inspection prior prior putting it on the stage. So the quality can be checked with respect to whether it is from the seed stage or it is from the body consciousness. Is it influenced by body consciousness? That is one. And then we accept that thought as a controller. I accept that thought because thought is the soul's creation through the mind. So as a controller, I accept that thought. Then once I accept that thought, then it radiates. Once it radiates, then I experience the thought. Then when I experience the thought, then I become the embodiment of that thought. Om Shanti.
So let us sit in silence for a minute.
Om Shanti, I just want to add one line. Hello, may I
Yes,
have?
Sanjay Bhai. Yes, if that can be short, yes.
Yes, only in one line. Baba had said that when you hear the Murli, when you hear the knowledge, you become very happy. Baba wants us to be the Jnana Swarupa, Jnana Murta. Then Baba says that you will become embodiment of happiness. Whosoever will be in company with you, he'll also become happy. So, hearing is important, listening is more important. लेकिन जब स्वरूप बनते हैं, that is the most important part of our Brahmin life. Om Shanti.
Yes, Baba always refers to as embodiment. Wonderful. So let us sit in silence for a minute. Let's take ourselves to the subtle regions. And I see my father, Brahma Baba, as well as tiny point of light within his forehead, Shiv Baba. Baba is calling me closer to him. And as I go towards him, Baba smiles and keeps his blessing hand on top of my forehead. Baba says me that, my dear child, you are Maya Jit as well as Prakriti Jit. Today, since you will be checking your thought, since you will be doing a QA, quality assurance, before each task, there won't be any Maya interference. You are the master of the nature. And today, I am sending you from here to a different world where you have to become a detached observer, Sakshipan ki seat par बैठ के. You have to do a ride of this entire world at the bottom. And as you do that, you enjoy your part. You enjoy the part of others. As I take these blessings from Baba, I feel myself more energized, more happy, more enthusiastic, and ready to take up another day's challenge to enjoy the beautiful day with this awareness that I am a checker of my thoughts before each action, and I enjoy each action since I am a detached observer. With this, I come back at the center of my forehead into the awareness of this body, and I'm ready with my body to play my next part. Om Shanti. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a great day. Om Shanti.